Hey guys, what's up? It's Luke. So I've successfully completed my 90-day no fap, no porn challenge. So in this video I'm going to give you my recap of my experiences and what I've learned from that. And I think it's since I've been through puberty, that's the longest I've ever gone without masturbation. I'm pretty proud and impressed with myself. But anyways, I wrote down some notes, my thoughts. By the way, I've kind of had this nice view in this hotel, kind of looking over Hollywood. Pretty cool view. But anyways, for me, the last 90 days, my life has been a lot better. But the thing is, I would only attribute 5% of that to no fap. I think my life has been a lot better the last 90 days or so is because I've been surrounding myself with really good people lately. Lots of really good friends who I have complete trust in them, and they're also really ambitious. So we're constantly pushing each other, having lots of fun, doing lots of crazy things. So I've been trying to figure out how much has no fap helped me. But I really think the main reason why my life has been really good the last 90 days is because of the awesome people in my life. So if I would contribute no fap to part of why the last 90 days has been really good. And I think the main thing is that no fap kind of was that first domino of discipline and self-worth that got me going on the journey. It's like someone who goes to the gym, who's overweight or underweight and goes to the gym those first 2 weeks, it just kind of gets them in momentum, and then because they're starting to go to the gym, they're also doing good in school, starting to meet girls, their whole life gets better. So I think for me, the main thing about no fap was just getting that first domino of self-respect and self-appreciation and the first domino of discipline, and that really kind of snowballed into more great things happening into my life. So I'd say the main benefit of no fap is just the self-value, how my self-value has raised. That's really, I'm pretty proud of myself because that's really fucking hard to do in 90 days of not masturbating. I've talked to lots of people about this experiment, and it's pretty impressive. So just that I can control my sexual energy and resist that urge. My self-value and just my self-respect has gone up a lot. So some other things, girls definitely are a lot more attractive. That's maybe comes from not looking at porn, but it could also come from not masturbating too. And another thing is that I'm more attracted to the feminine energy. It's not yeah, they're physically more attractive, but I'm also I'm attracted to very physically attractive girls, but it's more I could sense their feminine energy and what they can give off. So that's been a benefit I've seen. Another one is just how my brain is wired. I need really high stimulation out of life. I need to take risks. I need to do crazy things. I need to be ambitious. It's just the type of person I am. And I think before, if I was just bored or kind of apathetic towards life, I could just jack off. And I have a really high sex drive, so I can jack off 4 times a day sometimes, for days straight, just waste time. That's when I have more time. But one thing is, because I can't just be bored and just jack off to get that high stimulation, I actually have to go do something for high stimulation. So I have to make new plans and be more ambitious. So before, where I had this need for stimulation, I could kind of fill that hole, fill that area of my life by just fapping and kind of get that high. But now I have this hole to fill, and the way I'm filling it is by doing more ambitious things. So I definitely think it's healthy to, it's not, I think it's fine to fap every once in a while if you're in a good mood, but fapping for boredom just isn't good, because you shouldn't, it's like drinking for boredom. You should only drink to celebrate and have a good time. But if you're just fapping because you're bored, I don't think that's a good thing, because if you're bored, that means it's a sign to tackle more stimulating, crazy things in your life. One con I would say is I have a really high sex drive, and I just was kind of just antsy sometimes because I haven't released my sexuality. So I was antsy sometimes. And I would also say that after I realized the 90 days are over, I was actually driving in my car and I realized 90 days are over, and I was like, yes! It was like a celebration. I literally fapped right away. I fapped in my car while I was driving, and it was a really fucking good fap. It was a celebration fap. But I realized how addicted to fapping I was. I honestly don't think most people have this problem, but since it was a couple days ago where I hit 90 days, and the last 4 days I've been fapping four times a day, and it's for me, fapping is actually a problem. So, like, because it's just this whole, like, feeling of high sex drive, I need high stimulation, so I was just fapping all the time once I was allowed to fap again, and I was kind of, like, wasting lots of time not being stimulated, just filling this hole with something that didn't help my life. So, I'm actually thinking that for the new year, I'm going to allow myself to fap. It's from January 1st, 2014, for the whole year I'm going to go on no porn, no fap. I honestly think it's the best thing for me. I think it's healthy, so I'm going to up this challenge to a whole nother level and try to go for the whole year in 2014. So I'm going to make that guarantee to you guys right now. But to conclude, I would say the main benefit of doing no fap is just the self-value that you get for it. It's really hard to control your sexual energy, and just the discipline and knowing that I accomplished that and that I can control my sexual energy to just raise my self-value a lot. And another big lesson I learned is that just by making that video to the world, being vulnerable and sharing, talking about masturbation and porn, and making that commitment public, making a public commitment that I'm not going to look at porn for 90 days, was the reason why I succeeded. Because I had all that support and accountability. If I just told a couple friends, or if I just kept that to myself, I'm 100% sure I would have fapped. There were times where I couldn't fall asleep and I really wanted to fap, like beyond crazy. And I remember that I released a video of like 30,000 people who watched that video so far, and I was like, I can't let them down, so I didn't fap. So whatever goal or mission you have in life, it's so important to like announce and broadcast that goal, I believe. So just for accountability and for support. So yeah, that concludes this video on no fap, no porn. I highly recommend you try it. It's all about, there's so many things that you can try to improve your life, to enrich your life. But in my experience, you really have to do it for yourself and see what things are best for you. So if this sounds right for you, I encourage you to try a no fap, no porn experiment. Take care, guys. Peace.
Boosh! Boosh!